At Aries, we wanted to make capturing amazing aerial footage as easy as finger painting. And with our drone, we've done just that. Using your iPhone or iPad, just draw your flight path. Where you draw, our drone will fly. Next, tap where you want the camera to point throughout the flight. Then using a simple slider, just set your altitude. Aries will automatically launch and fly the drawn path all by itself, at the same time capturing high-resolution footage or still images. And when it's done, the drone will return and land right where it started. And as it's landing, it's going to wirelessly transfer that content right to the camera roll on your device.
Everybody wants to be the best at what they do. But when it comes to getting great aerial content, this poses a big problem. Drones have the potential to be transformative, but right now, they're extremely difficult to fly. Capturing content's complicated, and people are beginning to question their safety. Well, we're going to change all of that.
At Aries, we're building a solution that's simple and elegant, a solution everyone can use.
If you can draw a circle, if you can finger paint, you can fly our drone.
Let's face it, most of us don't care about the technology. We care about creating amazing content. The technology, that should just work. That's why at Aries, we're creating 2 drones with integrated cameras, one HD and the other 4K. It'll be easier to use and less for you to learn. These drones would be perfect for real estate, agriculture, insurance, news photography, videography, action sports, and that list goes on and on.
We're developing multiple apps with a focus on making flying our drone really simple and really safe. With our integrated cameras, you can fly, capture, and share all from one device.
The code is written and our drones are in their final design stage, but we need your help to raise $50,000 to secure our first round of production. Together, we can finally make a drone that's safe and really easy to use.
When I was in college studying solar energy, I realized that here is a technology that's super useful and getting more effective by the day, and yet we don't use it that often. And at the same time, I cannot seem to keep my smartphone charged. That seemed like a problem worth solving, so I decided that there was a way to do that.
Every week, at least once or twice, I'm thinking, man, I could use that extra 20% on my battery, because whatever, I need the directions, I need to make a call, I'm staying out later than I planned, and it's bad news.
Charging for smartphone users is way too difficult. It should be something that's just a breeze, and yet it's stressful. I'm always anxious that my phone's gonna die, and every way that I charge it takes extra cables, battery packs. None of the solutions out there are good enough for what I'm looking for. We gotta fix that. There's gotta be a better way. And that's where we came up with QBand. The QBand is a wearable charging device that represents your dedication to clean energy and keeps your smartphone charged whenever you need it.
I think the QBand is awesome because it has so many cool features all in one spot. It's just going to collect energy passively as you're walking around, going about your day, and then when you need that charge every now and then, you can plug it right in. And besides all that, you can use it as a cable, so you always have that with you too. I think the greatest thing about the QBand is that it fits in a place you already need it. You may not think about it all the time, but that occasional little bit of extra battery that you need for your phone is there. It's going to be on your wrist.
Boulder Engineering Studio has been great in helping us to design this product. With our vision, we get excited about working with them and using their techniques and expertise to be able to develop a product that both starts to fit some of what we've learned as we try to succeed in making an impact in the problems that we see in the environment and the sustainability issues, and starting to craft that and blend that with technical expertise of a mechanical engineer.
At Hamera Project, we're really excited about getting solar into people's hands. That's why we partnered with Nocaro, another Denver company that builds a solar lamp that provides light for people in need. It's a small device that solar charges during the day and then provides light during the night when people usually light kerosene lanterns.
So our friends at Nocaro are doing really great work. They're trying to eliminate the use of kerosene on a global scale, and we want to be a part of that. And we don't see enough people here in our lives and in our contexts engaging with that cause. And so we've partnered with Nocaro to put clean energy in people's hands, and we've created the QBand to link people to the cause of energy poverty around the world.
What's even cooler about the QBand is that it can connect people to an even bigger problem, which is over 1.3 billion people in the world who live without electricity in their lives and instead rely on dangerous fuels like kerosene. So we decided that for every QBand sold, a Nocaro lamp would be given to a person in need.
The 1.3 billion people, I mean, can we even wrap our minds around that number? And the impacts of not having electricity in their lives are enormous. We as an organization are not doing justice to the cause of clean energy if we ignore those 1.3 billion people. While trying to solve our energy issues here domestically.
Well, we've put in a lot of work so far. We have gotten prototypes going. We are even ready to manufacture, but that last push from making a few prototypes that work into making hundreds or thousands of product that is on everyone's wrists takes a whole other jump in manufacturing and hardware. So with the funding that we can get from this project, we'll be able to get the molds and everything else in place to just start pumping out awesome QBands for everybody that wants one.
I believe that we can make solar energy a reality for everyone. Through small steps and building one product at a time, we're going to make solar energy fashionable, accessible, and available to everybody out there. Please pledge if you're interested, and we will do our best to get the QBand out to you as soon as possible so that you can take charge and give power.
Virtual reality is a way of giving you perspective on what you think is reality. It gives you a way of realizing, oh, a lot of this stuff is just my interpretation of it. There might be more there.
That ability to just unleash culture, the ability to author culture, I find just exciting.
So VR is really just untapped, and we're not even going to guess where it's going to go, because that's the whole point. We want to provide the tools to unleash this revolution of creative talent and ability and just basically launch a new medium.
Having something that's easy to develop for, something that's easily shareable by people instead of relying on content made only by large companies, is so important for it to be a human thing where you express yourself and have it part of your life.
VR is seeing a resurgence right now because a number of technologies are all coming together. The rendering power, the display power, and the ability to track. But the final piece is really finding optics that can get us into those worlds. And when you bring those four things together, then it really creates a package that allows us to go other places that in this case you can just fold up and stick in your pocket.
We took a very different approach. We said, look, the lenses are going to be the key. The optics are going to be the thing that unlocks our ability to really experience what immersive 3D worlds are really meant to be.
The Wear Reality Sky is certainly a breakthrough, without a question. You take defense industry state-of-the-art optics, marry it up to a state-of-the-art smartphone, and I have an experience that they couldn't imagine 10 years ago with a full rig in a lab somewhere.
They're designed around the way the eye works. This was a no-compromise approach.
The Wear Reality Sky is differentiated in three primary dimensions. First is experience, and that's mostly 150 degrees of field of view. It's just profound. Until you put one on and compare it to its nearest competitor, you won't appreciate this, but trust me, the experience is great. The next is portability. Ours you can take out of your pocket, and you can share it. The third, though, is accessibility, and that goes to the notion that you don't have to change the lenses, you don't have to modify the lenses, you don't have to adjust them based upon how wide your eyes are, how far out, and also the price point. It will be under $100 retail price. This is a very accessible device.
Making this available to anyone, anytime, anywhere. We're not tethered to anything. We don't have to worry about carrying a big case around with us. If your phone fits, this will fit.
Having something that you can actually stick in your pocket is actually portable. That's going to be huge for making virtual reality a thing, just being able to take it out of your pocket when you're talking to someone anywhere.
So for a wide field of view, ideally you would have a lens that isn't just right here, but actually surrounds your eye all the way. So you can do that by making a really large piece of glass, a really large optic. In this case, what they're doing is they're curving the Fresnel lens so it actually wraps around your face, which is a really interesting way to make it lightweight and yet still really subtend a large field of view.
And the interesting thing about it is the current technology, the Fresnel lens technology, turned out to be much, much better than anybody expected.
So the nearest competition to Wear Reality Sky and headsets, it's like wearing a tunnel vision in front of you. It's about a 90, maybe 100 degrees field of view. The Wear Reality Sky, on the other hand, is almost your natural field of view. It's very wide, it's very natural, and it requires no modifications, no adjustments. Right out of the box, you're having the experience.
That's what peripheral vision really does, is it brings context into the virtual world in an immersive way. And these lenses get us into the far periphery. They start breaking not only beyond 120 degree field of view, but into 140 and beyond. So it really starts getting you tingling because you can feel emotions as your peripheral vision comes into play.
We have the great software. We're going to have access to the great content. These phones are getting better and better and better, but our optics will always be in a class by itself.